We're only beginning to scratch the surface in our understanding of the mind.
So you really think thoughts can be turned into zeros and ones?
Well, we know that neurons fire, that synapses communicate, that memories have their own chemical signature.
But you're implying that thought can be recorded, replicated, and transmitted.
Maybe one day we'll understand the physics of thought the same way we do the motions of the planets. Stop me if I'm getting too lofty. Sometimes I can't tell. Excuse me a minute.
I see the Ray shows up and running again.
Standing room only. How you been, Toby?
I need to talk, Ray.
All right. Come on. But I still don't understand what makes this so different.
I was shut down, Ray. I wasn't looking for contact. The thoughts, the images, everything just hit me hard, Ray. I couldn't stop it.
The source, this woman, she was a block away.
She might have been more when we first connected.
So your range is increasing.
That's not what this is about.
No, I get it. It scared you.
There are thoughts took over. I couldn't control it.
But from the sounds of it, you really helped this woman out. You probably saved her life.
It's not the point.
Maybe it is the point, Toby. Cry for help was so intense, it broke down the natural barriers between your mind and hers.
Are you saying I'm a human fire alarm?
Feature of the intensity of the sender and the receiver.
Do you remember how I was when they first brought me to you?
You were a child. There was no way you could cope with that kind of assault on the senses. I always thought you'd reach a certain threshold. I don't want to be one of your experiments. This might be a very good thing, Toby.
No, it isn't. It did knock you on your ass.
There's something else.
No. I have to do something. I might be the only one who can help this woman find her child.
Be careful, Toby. No one can know about you. Toby?
Ray?
I knocked. Door was open. Haven't heard from you. Left you a couple of messages.
I know. I just been a little.
You don't have to read my mind to know I'm worried about you. And I'm sure there's a lot more going on than you want out there.
I know, Ray. It's just this change somehow. It's making me remember my past.
How far back?
I can't piece it together. It's all fragmented, and I'm not even sure it's things I want to remember.
What are you afraid of, Toby?
From what little I know about my mother, she had a gift too. She was possessed by the voices. It drove her out of her mind.
You afraid that's what's gonna happen to you?
Yeah, wouldn't you be?
We'll get through this. Hey, Toby. How are you?
Good, Ray. What are you doing?
I had a consultation in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Hey, actually, I could use a consultation myself.
Uh-huh. What's bothering you?
Well, I've been getting a lot of weird hits lately. What do you know about arsonists? Serial arsonists?
Now, they have their own profile. Often male, under stress, difficulty forming relationships, need for empowerment.
Well, how does that work?
They like the attention, the excitement. And some of them do it because they actually think they're making things better.
Well, they're improving things.
Fire clears the undergrowth. Probably our first weapon after the club.
Thanks, Ray.
You know where to find me. Ah, thank you. Can you read my mind? Nod if you can. Toby.
Ray.
Sorry I had to wake you.
Did you see Taz?
Yeah.
Yeah? How could he know I was a telepath?
If you're thinking it's because he's a telepath too, you're wrong.
Well, that's the only way he could know, right?
This is his file. Thick. He's been hearing voices for 7
You
years.
see?
He's not a telepath, Toby. He's a paranoid schizophrenic. Vivid auditory hallucinations, non-cooperative regarding medication, in and out of institutions. Sorry.
I was really hoping that I finally met someone like me, Ray.
You look exhausted.
You know, I had a brother.
You mean you dreamed you had a brother?
No, I remember I had a brother.
Don't go there, Toby.
Why not?
I can't give you a really good reason, but...
Did you know him?
No. Honestly, I only knew about your mother.
Why do you want me to not know where I came from?
Because I care about you.
Is that why you keep me in the dark?
The man who brought you to me was afraid. He was afraid for himself. And he was afraid for you.
Why?
He didn't say.
Well, that's great.
I was worried about the moment when you'd start asking questions. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, it's not like you could, right?
So, tell me about this brother of yours. No injuries?
None. And when the girl had her hands out, I saw energy coming out of them into the baby's body.
You saw the energy, or you saw the girl imagining the energy?
Okay, I was reading her.
By the way, her first name is Iris, last name Frost.
You know her?
Parents both dead. Uncle Gavin is her legal guardian.
Right, you know all about her.
I know the stories, I don't know the facts.
So, what is she?
You can read my thoughts. And that tells me the brain is capable of extraordinary things. Why not healing? But every time I ask for an interview, Uncle Gavin turns me down.
Ray, if I can read minds, there's got to be other people out there that can too.
That follows.
So I'm gonna go to the hotel. I'm gonna find out.
We gotta talk. Actually, I guess we don't have to.
What was all that about?
I told Charlie.
About your gift? A detective? Why?
Well, she called me on it. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
You could lie, babble, anything. Do you have any idea how dangerous it would be if that fell into the wrong hands?
If I'm gonna have this thing, I'm gonna use it. And with her knowing, I can. I gotta run. Charlie's been acting weird since I told her about the telepathy.
Tinfoil helmet weird?
She's been avoiding me.
Well, you can be pretty humorless. I'm kidding. Lighten up.
She's been treating me like I'm a bad guy.
Specifically?
She has accused me of violating people with my ability.
And you've never thought of it as a violation?
No, I mean, an invasion of privacy, maybe, but not the thing that she's accusing me of.
Rape? She might be right.
Can you explain that to me?
I'm not calling you a rapist, Toby, but telepathy in the wrong hands is a weapon. That's why I'm always telling you to be careful, Toby, and discreet.
I trust Charlie.
Whether or not you trust Charlie isn't the $64,000 question.
What is the $64,000 question?
Why doesn't Charlie trust you?
Of course it is. Thank you, Ray.
Toby?
Ray, thanks for coming. You know, they let those kids out on bail, and they dropped the charges down to possession of stolen goods.
High-priced lawyers. Not surprised they got off.
Ray, I gotta crack this.
So how can I help?
I gotta figure out this clown. I gotta figure out the trashed room.
I'm guessing from what you told me that the father would punish or abuse him or some combination of both, enough to create a psychological trauma. And then he felt so bad about hurting him that he would try to make nice and offer the candy. But Andy hated the hypocrisy. In fact, that's what most kids hate.
All right, so you think maybe this clown represents hypocrisy?
Maybe, but maybe it just represents the dad.
What's the dad's room that was trashed?
Interesting. That would make sense.
Will you talk to him? I want to listen, Ray.
I don't know. Maybe the truth is going to stay locked up inside Andy's mind forever.
If it's locked up, that kid will go down for killing his parents.
Do you know why you're in here, Andy?
They think I did something bad?
Can you remember what you did? Andy, can you try? Will you try, Andy? Will you try? Andy? Will you try, Andy?
Andy. Who the hell do you think you're talking to, an idiot? You people want me to say that I killed my parents? Okay, I killed my parents. Stabbed them.
You're a pretty tough guy.
Tough enough to kick your ass.
If you're so proud of killing your parents, then why did you hide the knife?
I didn't.
Then why did the police find it in the drain in your garage?
I didn't put it there.
Well, somebody did.
Who put the knife in the drain, Andy?
Sorry?
Who put the knife in the drain?
I did, of course. I wouldn't have left it in the room.
Andy?
I beg your pardon?
Tell me, when you look in that mirror, who do you see?
Wow. I see me, of course.
Did Andy kill his parents?
Of course not.
Okay. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
Wait. What's the question?
Tell me what happened, Andy.
I don't know what happened.
Actual cases of dissociative identity disorder are rare, and none are ever the same. Some therapists don't even believe the condition is genuine.
So you don't think he's faking any of these multiple personalities?
Well, I don't know.
No. He didn't see Andy in the mirror when he was another personality.
If he was, in fact, abused by his father as a child, then he would have tried to protect himself. And that's why he'd break down into these 3 different alters. Andy the boy, tough guy Andy, mother Andy.
So Andy killed his parents?
Well, no. One of Andy's personalities killed his parents.
Okay, so little boy Andy gets hurt, tough guy Andy gets payback, and mother Andy hides the knife?
I don't think he did it. I don't see how he could be looking at himself from the hiding place with a bloody knife.
So who was holding the knife?
I don't know. It's not Andy. Couldn't be. I don't know if I can keep doing this.
I don't know how you've done it this long.
I saw myself as a kid in his memory. My name was William.
Your name was Toby when you were brought to me.
That was before my mother changed it. Hey, this is my friend Ray. He wants to help you.
Hello, Frank.
Do I know you?
Don't you remember? All those years ago?
I don't know.
Toby, this is Frank Cardia.
That's right. It's my name, Frank. Yeah.
Frank's the one who brought you to me, Toby. He's the one who saved your life.
And you, sir.
Ray Mercer.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to see you, Frank. Do you remember when you brought Toby to me and told me not to let them find him?
Don't remember, no.
Don't let who find me, Frank.
Oh, well. You're all grown up now, William. Nobody would possibly recognize you. Well, no, Toby. Maya said to call you that, Toby Logan.
That's right, Frank. You brought Toby to me, and you told me he almost drowned.
Drowned? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you remember pulling me from the river? Do you remember that? Why didn't you come back?
I did. Now, your mother sent me.
You say my mother's alive?
Frank, you told me that Toby's mother drowned 20 years ago.
No.
Find him, Frank. Tell him what's happening.
Toby, what is it?
I just told my mother she's alive.
Frank, do you know why Maya sent you?
I think I'm sorry.
That's all right, Frank. We'll let you rest.
No. Your name is Frank Cardia. My name is Willie. My mother's name is Maya.
Toby.
Maya sent you, Frank. Where is she? Where's my mother?
Toby. Toby, come on. Please.
Ray, we gotta get through to him. There's gotta be something you can do.
The best thing for him right now is rest. Let his brain heal. Toby. Toby, what is it? What's wrong?
Feels like a plane just crashed through my head. I don't know what it was. A car, a crash.
It wasn't coming from Frank?
It came from out of nowhere.
These beacons don't come from out of nowhere.
Yeah, but this was different, Ray. Usually I'm able to place it to something, place anything. But this is like it was coming straight for me.
Toby, you really should go home and get some
This
rest.
guy knows my mother's alive. I'm not going anywhere. I need to get through to him.
Hey, what are you guys doing here so late?
I'm trying to get Toby to go home.
What's the matter with you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I'm fine, Liv. Thank you.
Toby. Okay, what is going on?
I think you're gonna have to try and get that out of Toby. How you doing, Frank?
I know you.
Of course.
We met earlier.
You said that you read about me, about my work. Thought Toby might be someone I'd be interested in.
When roses cease to bloom, dear, and violets are done, and bumblebees in solemn flight have passed beyond the sun,
Sure likes his Emily Dickinson.
the hand that paused together upon this summer's day.
Frank. Where's my mother?
Will idle lie in Auburn and take my flower to pray.
My mother, Frank, where is she? That's why you're here. Tell me where she is. Think about it.
I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Come on, Frank. Let's get you back to your room. It's been a long day, Frank.
Yes, thank you.
You just rest, take your time, it'll come back to you.
Tell Toby I'm sorry I couldn't remember.
I will, Frank. I will.
Hey, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Looks like just your file.
What was in my file, Ray?
Events, how we were controlling your gift, distress beacons, the latest incidents, everything.
Right, all that information was just sitting there in that filing cabinet?
In a locked filing cabinet, in a locked room with a security guard. Somebody obviously knew exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah, me. Hey, Ray, thanks for coming.
How's she doing? They're discharging Frank.
Yes, I heard. I'm gonna take him to my place.
With Clooney still out there, is that a good idea?
You're right. Maybe I'll grab my bags and we'll find a hotel. I've been thinking, Ray, what if this is all connected?
What do you mean?
What if it's my mother driving that car? Doesn't that make sense? She hasn't heard from Frank, so she goes to find him herself, and Clooney stops her.
It's over, Toby.
No. Something's not right. She's desperate. She's coming by herself. If it's her in the car, what if these are her distress beacons? What if she needs help? Even if there's a chance I'm right, I have to find her.